Hi, everybody, and welcome aboard to Local Matters. You know, the holidays are vastly approaching, but with so many demands on families sometimes need all the support they can get, especially with their kids. So when we come back, we'll talk with one organization that has nurtured families and communities for more than 160 years. You know why? Because if it's local, it matters.
Dance. Let me see you move.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. Welcome back. You know, well, the holidays, they are right around the corner. They are. And as I mentioned earlier, with so many demands nowadays, sometimes families just need a little extra help. Joining me here on the set of Local Matters are two women who know all too well how to help families. And I am so happy to welcome the president and CEO of the YMCA of Calhoun County, and also Miss Jennifer Kennedy. She is a youth director of programs there. It is wonderful to have you guys here. Welcome on the set of Local Matters.
Thank you for having us.
Wow, you know, Maggie, I'm just sitting here thinking, you know, one of our mutual friends was in town just
Correct.
last week. She was on set, Tanja Nixon, here
Correct.
with Carrie Goo. You guys had a great class reunion.
Yes, we did. Friday night, we went and supported Anniston High School. We tailgated as well as then went to the ball game, had a great time. Anniston didn't pull out that win, but still, it was fun being back in the stadium that we have so many memories in.
I know. What class was that again?
Class of '83.
1983. So that's what, 30?
It was 40 years ago.
Ooh.
35.
30, I was going
Yeah,
to say,
35 years.
35 years ago. And so you got a chance to see all of your great friends. What a blessing.
Yes.
What a blessing. And you look great. You're
Thank you.
healthy. As far as we know, you're healthy. You look great.
Well,
What a
I work at the
blessing.
Y,
That's
so-
what I'm saying. You work at the Y. And we're going to talk about all of that because you're at the Y. So you look, that's why you're healthy.
That's true.
And Miss Jennifer Kennedy, welcome. Welcome on Local
Yes.
Matters. Now, are you also an Anniston High graduate?
No, Weaver.
Weaver.
So she's local still.
I'm a
She's
Bearcat.
still local, Weaver. Yep. And so you're a little bit younger. What class are you?
98.
1998.
And we just had our reunion and I did not go.
1998. How many years is that? Just
20.
20.
Mhm.
Wow.
20.
Wow. Well, it's good to have you guys. So as I mentioned, you know, during the opening, that the holidays are vastly approaching, and I remember, you know, having when my kids were little, it always seemed that. This time of the year, a lot's going on. Schools closed, and so many times I would go, "Oh my God, is school closed again? What am I going to do?" Talk to me
Correct.
about all of the different types of programs that you guys have going on, especially during this season when school's going to be out a lot.
Right. Well, we just last week we had a schools out a fall break program where Jennifer had staff coming in for the 5 days, Monday through Friday. The county schools and Oxford City schools were out Monday through Friday, and then Anniston City was out Wednesday through Friday. And so Jennifer staffed it, and she worked it as well, and made sure that the kids were there all week. And I'll let Jennifer tell a little bit about the structure of the program.
Yeah. So this youth program.
Well, we go from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
It's only $20 a day.
6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
12 hours.
And we do arts and crafts. We go to the playground, play in the gym, board games, just all kind of creative things you can do with kids because we have, you know, room to do it, and we have the park across the street. So, yeah, we just make sure they're safe and have a good time. And we go swimming, of course, because we have a pool.
And so what now?
We go swimming.
That's a
Okay.
big draw for our
Yes.
kids. It's
Yes.
just, and parents like it too. And they're able to swim. And once we do swim testing with them. And once the kids pass the swim test, we have a big banner in there that says, "I passed the swim test." So we photograph them and put it on Facebook. They think that's the next best thing to, you
Yeah.
know. So
It is, you know, and when you said that, I'm automatically going back to my days at the YMCA, believe it or not. I learned to swim right there at that YMCA in
Great.
Anniston.
That pool's
And
great.
We're not going to talk about how many years ago that was, but yeah, my dad, we had a membership there.
Right.
And I think it was it like 13 feet? I mean, 13 feet?
no, it's I believe it's 10 feet, 10 and a half feet.
10 and a
half,
Although
yeah.
when you're young,
When you're young,
you think it's 13.
Yeah,
or
I thought it was like 20 feet. You know, I was
It looked
going
like the
around telling
biggest
people
pool in the
"Oh,
world."
Right.
And so one of the swimming tests that we had to do, we had to go all the way down, and there were like coins at the bottom of the pool. That was part of the swim test. I'll never forget it. There were coins like quarters, dimes, nickels,
Right,
and
and
so
you
we
pick
had to
up.
go down and go pick up one and come back up with it, and I'll never forget. I passed, and I was like, and now I'm like, oh my God, I'm really not a lover of water.
Right. Well, we do adult swim lessons as well. So we do from infant and, for parent-child classes all the way to adult. And we have, this last year, we have taught a lot of adults how to swim, which has been wonderful.
Yeah, and I probably need to come back in and get a refresher course because I don't know what happened to me, but I'm really not a lover of water.
Come on down.
I
We'll
probably
sign
need
you
to-
up.
And here's the thing, it is a generational thing because not only did I learn to swim at that Y, my kids did too.
Right.
My kids
You
did
wouldn't
too.
believe the
Same here.
generations of folks that have come through. Not only did they do the Schools Out Fun Days or they're doing our after school program,
Yes.
but they're also bringing them in to do swim lessons, sign them up for swim lessons. We've got flag football going on. We'll have basketball coming up, some of the youth programs. So a lot of our families and a lot of our parents, they're very consistent with signing up for programs as well as parents doing fitness classes.
Right.
And then letting them go swimming, or doing swim classes while they're doing swim lessons, they may be taking a fitness class. So it's a very family-oriented
Yes.
organization.
And Maggie, you would know because I remember you there when my kids, I would drop
Yeah.
my kids
I've been there
off.
for a long time.
And we want to talk about that when we come back. Maggie, you've been there for at least
29
and
years.
now you're the head woman in charge. When we come back, we've got to go to break right now, but I want to talk more about your role now as the CEO there at the YMCA.
Okay.
So we're going to talk more about that. So don't go away. We'll be right back with more Local Matters. Hey everybody, welcome on back to Local Matters, where living local never felt so good. I am feeling so darn good because I am sitting here talking with Miss Maggie Byrne Owens and also Miss Jennifer Kennedy. If you know them, you know they are coming here with lots of great information about the YMCA of Calhoun County. If you're just joining us, before we went to break, we were talking about, of course, a lot of different types of programs, and we're going to continue that conversation as well. But I also wanted to talk more about Maggie's role at the YMCA because, believe it or not only is it a great role, but it's a historic role. I mean, for the first time since in history that a woman has ever held your position as
Correct.
the YMCA CEO and president of YMCA of Calhoun County. Talk to me about how did you, I mean, you've been there a long time, so you certainly have put your, you paid your dues. Talk to me about how you started out with the YMCA.
I started out as actually a teenager in high school. They had the High Y program, which is high school YMCA. And then I did that for 4 years, 9th grade through senior high. And then I came back to the Y. I went to Jacksonville State University, and I volunteered at the Y with the High Y program. And then right after I graduated from Jacksonville,
Right.
I got my degree in education and was looking for a job, and the Y called me and said, "Hey, would you like to come work for us?" And so I said, "Sure."
was
So
like, yeah.
29 years later, here I am.
29 years later, and it just goes to show too, if you stick with something, sometimes you really do just have to have that stick to itness, you know what I mean?
Right.
To just stick with something long enough and you work hard, it will come to you.
Correct.
It will certainly come to you. But this is truly historic. And when I think about it right now, women are really making a lot of historic moves during this time and era right now. So to be the first woman, the CEO and president of YMCA of Calhoun County really is. And I want to say congratulations. You deserve it, Maggie.
Thank
You
you,
deserve it
thank
because my kids talk about you still all the time. You're not Maggie. You're Miss Maggie.
Right. I get a lot of Miss Maggie when I'm out in public.
Yeah,
A
and
lot
you-
of people still call me.
Yeah, my kids
And
are
I
walking
answer.
around. Right, my kids are walking around, and I'm sure a lot of people are walking around 30 years old going, "Hey, Miss Maggie, how you doing?"
That's right. And I recognize them, but I don't really. A lot of times I may not remember their name, but I don't forget a face.
Don't forget the face.
I'm seeing now the kids that are coming through Jennifer's programs are my kids' children. And so they're, what I love and that
I
what Jennifer
know
loves to see
it.
is we're seeing things come full circle.
Yes.
I've been there long enough, and of course, when we have a great job, and I've always said I get to play for a living.
You get right. You
I
go.
love my job because I not only, I mean, it's a It's a very rewarding job, and I get to work with infants to active older adults. So we get to work with all ages, not just, kids from school age,
Right.
but we get, before school age,
Right.
and then all the adults. So, but it's been a wonderful job and
So
a
you're
rewarding job.
So you're seeing your kids, their kids now
Come through, right?
coming through.
Right. That's how it's coming full circle. So that's what I said. They'll come in. They'll call me, Miss Maggie. You're still at the Y. I want to bring my children. I want them to have what I had growing up, and I want them to experience, summer day camp. We've got an 80-acre facility at YMCA Camp Hamilton that the kids get to roam on 80 acres of land.
Yes.
They want their children to experience what they had, and so I said, bring them on down. We'll take them.
And I went in the other day too, and I was just amazed to see all of the great changes
Correct.
that you guys have made.
We
I'm
did.
like, is this the same Y? Great changes.
Same building, but we've just given it a facelift, which it was a much needed facelift. And our previous CEO, he did a wonderful job with recognizing what we needed to do. And now it's my job and Jennifer's job and the rest of the staff to carry forward what he laid out there for
Right,
us.
what he laid out for you, the
Right,
foundation
the
he laid it out there
foundation,
for you.
right.
That's right. And now you are in the Betty Carr sort of like role
Yes.
as
Correct.
the youth director. I know that we've got some more holidays coming up, and for parents, hey, that's great. School is out, but it's like, okay, now school's going to be out for a whole week. What do I do? We talked about Veterans Day, but then Thanksgiving's coming up for a
Right.
whole week.
Yes, we will be there the whole week except for Thursday, of course, because we're closed.
Right.
But those days are from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. $20 a day, as I mentioned before. We'll have some, of course, Thanksgiving crafts for them to do, probably some movies for them to watch, and lots of fun activities planned. And Veterans Day is coming up first.
Right.
And that day, if they have the parade on Noble, we'll take the kids down there and watch the parade like we normally do. And we're gonna make up some pictures for
Okay.
some. What is that veterans place that?
Oh,
Yeah.
they're going to draw and color photographs for the VA hospital in Pell
Yes,
City.
the VA hospital.
We took some there last
Yeah.
year, and the clients there loved what we did. So it was something that we could do and give
Yeah.
back to the community.
Yeah.
So we took, for Veterans Day, the
Right.
kids colored photographs, flags, and all kinds of
So
neat
you
Little
guys-
they have little sayings and
sayings,
stuff.
God bless America, and we thank you for your service.
Yeah.
They thanked all of them for this. So we took them to the Veterans
So
Hospital.
you guys are going to do that again?
Yeah, we're going to do
Yeah.
that again this year.
So you guys have the vans going?
Well, we'll take them. We won't take the kids.
You won't
with
take the
it.
kids,
We'll
but
just
you'll
take
take-
the pictures.
Yeah, you
pictures
take
and
their
stuff.
pictures.
We're not allowed to travel them unless we went on a school
Yeah,
bus.
unless you go.
Yeah.
Now, so you mentioned from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. you guys are going to be open. What is that? What is the age? What is the ages that you will take children in a youth program?
4. We start out at 4.
Okay.
And we go up to 13, 14, normally 13.
Okay.
14 is kind of our volunteer
Right,
age,
right.
14 and 15-year-olds.
Okay.
And some 16-year-olds that volunteer. And we have college staff that volunteer. I mean, college kids that need hours, intern hours, they come to us. And
I was getting ready to ask you about that because when you mentioned Maggie, and I can tell that you love what you do, and you as well. And I'm like that. I like a lot of times I go to work and I'm like, you know what? I feel pretty darn good. They pay me to do what I do, to come
Right.
here and sit and talk and run my mouth. And sometimes I'll say I get paid to do that. I
Right.
get paid to be in the classrooms at Jacksonville State and at Talladega. I
Right.
love it being there with
Right.
the kids and really working to empower them and to inspire. I'm like, I get paid to really do this. But a lot of times, do you guys have like internship positions available?
We do, and we actually have a young student from Alexandria High School right now. She's doing an internship with us through the end of the year. She has joined the Marines, or she's going to go into the Marines as soon as she graduates from high school. But she also wants to be a personal trainer as well. So the school has allowed her to come to the Y, and she's worked with Ann Angel, our fitness director, and she's over the Oxford YMCA. and she's worked with us here, and she's been working with folks in the Y, training and doing some stuff and working out. So, and she's also gone to
Yeah.
the elementary schools and has done physical fitness, done exercises with those kids. So it's been very rewarding for her. But we also take college students too.
Yeah, I was looking
They
at
come
some-
in and do
because I'm already
internships.
thinking about, you know, my students there at
They can
Jacksonville
come over
State
to the Y,
and
we'll do internships.
And that really helps you too with your budget and your bottom line. And
Exactly.
definitely. It gives them opportunity to get that experience. When we come back, I want to talk more about opportunities for young people, but I also want to talk about some of the other requirements for young people. You mentioned you're there from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can take them at 4, but what else would be that you guys would have them to do when they do arrive? Do they need to bring their lunch,
Okay.
things of that
Yeah.
nature? Do you have a medical team on site if should accidents happen? So things of that nature. I'm going to talk more about that. We'll be right back with more Local Matters. Hey everybody, welcome on back to Local Matters. We're living local. Never felt so good. Never felt so good to be sitting here with two women from the YMCA of Calhoun County, Miss Maggie Byrne Owens and also Miss Jennifer Kennedy. They are the two head honchos down there at the YMCA. We talked earlier, if you're just joining us, we talked earlier with Maggie about her historic role. She is the first woman to hold her position as the CEO and president of the YMCA of Calhoun County. And also talking with Jennifer, we are learning that now she's sort of filling that old role that, see, I'm looking right at her, Betty. Yeah, Betty Cox had years ago. So I'm glad to have them here with me. We were talking about all of the different types of programs that the YMCA offers. And before we went to break, we were talking about, for sure, they need to be at least 4 years old and potty trained, you were telling me.
Right.
These are some, in order to drop off a child at the YMCA. Talk about some of the other things that a parent can expect if they are just, let's just say they're moving here for the first time of Anniston. They want to bring their child down to the YMCA. What should they expect?
Okay, well first we need a registration form, which has, you know, the parents' contact information, emergency contacts, anybody that's able to pick the child up. We don't just let anyone come and get, you know, the children. So we have to have everything on the registration form straight, and correct information, updated phone numbers and emails and stuff like that. In case they do get sick or something happens with the child, they get hurt, we can immediately have someone to call, or at least a few people to contact to come get them. To be in the program all day long, you have to have a couple of snacks, because we do have 2 snack times, a lunch, and a peanut-free lunch.
A peanut-free
Yes.
lunch?
Yes, we're
Okay.
peanut-free. We have some that have peanut allergies or
Right.
nut allergies.
And you don't want them to share with a kid, because
Right.
another kid is not aware that you may be allergic to peanuts, but because kids share all the time.
Right.
So,
Yes.
So no kids can
Oh,
bring
they're quick
peanuts.
to say, Miss Jennifer,
Yeah.
they have peanut butter.
They will tell.
They will tell.
So
'cause
it's
they-
no peanut butter allowed.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Yeah.
And we kind of just make it nut free in general. Just we say peanut free, but it's pretty much nut free. Lunch, a couple of snacks, refillable water bottle, or Gatorade. You know, stuff that's keeps them going all day. And swim stuff. We go swimming, so if they want to swim, they need to bring a swimsuit and a towel.
So when they're in a youth program like that you go swimming, that's a different program if you're taking a swimming lesson program.
Right.
That's
So
separate.
what if they're in there and they can't swim though? What if they're in the youth program and you go swim but they can't swim?
Well, they stay in the shallow end.
Okay.
We have a rope that sections off where they can swim, and some flags above them, and we tell them do not go past flags. And we put on
Floaties.
floaty.
We have, we have
what did I say?
flotation devices.
Pedal pushers or whatever
Right.
they're called.
Right.
We put those on them, but
Life
they have to.
jacket type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have to pass the swim test in order to go in the, like we were talking about before.
Deep
We have to.
Into
they
the
have
deep
to-
end. Yeah.
Mhm. So they have to swim down all the way down the pool and then tread water for
Right.
30 seconds. So
And
if they can't do that, they have to stay in the shallow
If they
end.
can't, they have to stay. And again, I remember when my kids were going, and so I actually had them to take swimming lessons, so they both learned to swim at the YMCA. So we talked about Veterans Day and all of the wonderful things too that you guys have done in the years past, going over to Pell City. And how they've been making things. You guys had talked about you're going to do that again for this
Right.
Veterans Day coming up. You're going to be open for the entire week. for Thanksgiving.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because you're right. When we were coming up, school was only out like Wednesday through.
Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're out all week.
Right.
So
And that can place a heavy burden on parents who are
Parents,
still having
correct.
to work and having to be at job. So you guys are going to be open all week long, Monday through Friday.
well, except
Except
for
for
Thursday,
Thursday.
for Thanksgiving
Yeah.
Day, we will be
Okay.
closed.
Okay.
Now we do have a 10K run that the Anderson Runners Club sponsors that Thanksgiving morning, the Turkey Trot Run.
Yes,
So
I was gonna
it's at
ask
Golden Springs Community Centers where it starts and finishes. So I will be out Thanksgiving morning working that. But the Y is closed on Thanksgiving. But so it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Jennifer will run her Schools Out Fun Day or fall Thanksgiving break.
I just want to say one more thing about that Turkey Day. The Turkey Day fun.
The Turkey
5K,
Trot. Yeah, 10K.
It's 10K.
It's a 10K.
And
yes.
it's going to kick off where again?
At Golden Springs Community Center, and it starts at 8 o'clock that morning.
Okay.
You go run off your Thanksgiving dinner before you have your dinner. Run off those calories.
Run 'em
before,
off.
Run that, and then you can eat more. Eat
Right.
more pies.
And then one more thing before we go, because I can't believe we're already running out. You're going to be open, is it New Year's Eve night? You're taking in kids.
Right. New Year's Eve, we have a lock-in, and it starts at 6 p.m. till 8 a.m. So parents can drop the kids off. It's $25 a child. We'll keep kids there all night long. When we run activities, we're upstairs in the dining room, just like Jennifer said, during fun days. They get to play board games and all kinds of games upstairs. Then we go down to the gym.
Oh,
we play
wow.
games, dodgeball, you name it, basketball, jump rope, hula hoop, hopscotch, you name it. And we also will swim New Year's Eve as well. We'll go to the pool and we'll take the girls one section, and then we'll take,
Oh,
and then
wow.
the boys will swim because we usually have quite a few children. But it's an opportunity for the parents to have
Yes.
somewhere for their kids to have fun
Yes.
while they're out celebrating New Year's. And we bring in the New Year too. I buy horns and stuff like that for the kids. So we bring in the
That's
New Year,
excellent.
and then we watch a couple of movies, and then they go down for the night.
What a great opportunity for
Yeah,
parents to
it's
just
fun.
Yeah, what a great opportunity. Well, I certainly want to thank you for coming aboard
Thank
Local
you for
Matters.
having us.
And
Yes.
thank you for coming as well, Jennifer. And you're good. And congratulations on your new role there.
Thank you.
And you know why? Thank you for watching. You know why? Because if it's local, it matters. Bye, guys.